Yes, a very warm welcome from myself, Alan Irwin, from a very cold Southport ahead of Everton Under-21s against Leicester Under-21s tonight. The kick-off here is 7 o'clock and we're going to bring you full coverage, of course. I'm delighted to have Graham Stewart, who will be alongside me for co-commentary. And we come into this one for the Under-21s on the back of two pretty good wins, one in the league, one in the Premier League Cup. It gives the lads a bit more confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, winning always breeds confidence, and I'm sure Tatey will be turning around to the players before the game and say, let's keep that momentum going. It's important.
Yeah, there's not too many home games left. I think they've only got one more at home for the rest of this season, so they'll be on the road a little bit, so they'll be wanting to finish as we head towards the end of the season on a high. Couple of little injury issues. There's no Francis Okoronkwo today with that hamstring injury picked up, so a change up front. Yeah,
it looks like Yati's going to play the number 9 role, as it were, back in the old days, number 9. It looks like he'll play up top. And then obviously Harrison will play wide for certain, and it remains to be seen who else lines up. We'll have a fiddle around with the scene sheet shortly, Al.
Yeah, I think Paul's been talking about how he likes the midfield three at the moment, and they've linked up quite well, haven't they, with Tyler and Yango and Lewis Warrington, Jensen Metcalf.
Well, Warrington coming back's huge as well. I mean, he comes back from his loan spell, and that would have done him the world of good. But he's a class above under 21 level, and that obviously helps. The better players you've got, stands to reason, it gives you a better chance of getting a positive result. And Tyler, he's got plenty of experience as well, having been out on loan. And obviously Jensen's a good player, good all-round player, and he's probably been one of the pick of the players for the under 21 so far this season. So those three together should be bossing the middle of the park.
I wonder how much this helped those lads, because they've been on the fringe of first team and they've been part of first team squads this season as well.
Yeah, and it's important that you know, for their development. But I also like the fact that we've sent them out and what we call men's football. You know, instead of playing. I mean, it's lovely to play under 21s football, but it can be a bit passive at times. You know, when you go out and play against men who are playing for their mortgages and stuff like that, it's a different kettle of fish, and you grow up quickly. So that's why I'm expecting the guys to come back in, and those three, especially in the middle of midfield, should absolutely boss this midfield. I think this evening.
Against the Leicester side that, we won't know too much about, but they've got a very similar record to Everton Under-21s.
Well, they're 1 point clear of us, so obviously that in itself is an incentive to get above them in the league, with, as you say, not too many games to play. So, you know, they've had a tough time of it, but, you know, I would imagine with the side that we've got out and the experience of this 21 side, we should be coming out of here with all 3 points.
Yeah, I suppose we talk about finishing it on a high. It's getting to the stage of the season where it's still about performances, isn't it, I suppose, for Paul Tate and coaching the lads and getting them into that first team setup.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about development, isn't it? But you know, it's important to win games of football and to learn how to keep winning games of football, to build momentum and to be positive as a side. I mean, there's no point in dipping in and out of form week in, week out, both individually and collectively. You've got to build momentum up, and you know, these boys are, you know, there's opportunities in the first team. You know, you look at the likes of Lewis Dobbin on the bench. Mackenzie's made it stick. You know, Mackenzie plays left back this evening. He's been part of the first team squad pretty much all season, so there's opportunities there for these boys to get into the squad itself, if not the first 11, but certainly get into the matchday squad.
And Billy Crellin's back in goal tonight. I know it was Fraser last week, but got a few goalkeepers out on loan, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, but again part of all the development. There's no point keeping them all back. Let's get them out there and give them experience. But Billy's quite an experienced campaigner now, so no worries about him tonight.
No, not at all. Let's hope that Everton can do the business just as they did last weekend when they went down to Tottenham, high-flying Tottenham, and managed to come away with a wonderful result. Let's take a look at the highlights from last week's victory. So as we continue the build-up to kick-off here, delighted to be joined by Everton's Under-21 head coach, Paul Tate. Paul, certainly you come into this tonight in fine form. 2 really good wins.
Yes, we had a really good win in the International Cup against Fulham, which was a really good game, and then good performance last week against Tottenham, which got us a 2-1 win.
Does that change the mood and belief a little bit amongst the lads?
Yeah, I think once you get a couple of wins, and it breeds confidence, and we've got boys coming back now from injury who have been missing quite a while, and you know they've got a spring in their step, and that has lifted the whole group really. You're
minus Franny tonight, obviously having picked up that hamstring injury. How's the rest of the side looking?
Yeah, good. Yeah, you know we've got Thailand midfield with Louis Warrington and Jensen. I'm looking forward to seeing them 3 play again. Really good balance in there with the midfield, hopefully again tonight. We've got Cat here coming in for Frankie, so he plays a 9 tonight.
Yeah.
We've got young Harrison Armstrong, who's a first-year scholar. He's playing on the left tonight, so I'm looking forward to watching him play again as well. He's did really well of late for us.
And got your goal.
And got us a goal, yeah. And then we've got Charlie Whittaker back, who's been out injured for a while. Just starting to find his feet again fitness-wise. Hopefully he can give us something tonight.
And just talk us through that midfield 3 again, because it's looking a combination, isn't it? And we've been focusing on a few throughout the season. Jensen Metcalf we're going to focus on tonight.
Yeah.
He's some player, isn't he? And he's been on the fringe of first team football as well.
Yes, he's technically very good. He's a genuinely 2-footed player as well. So he can play off both sides, which really helps him in midfield. Really good with the ball. Been working hard to get better with his out of possession work, which I feel he really has. And yeah, he's had a lot of exposure to first team training, which can only do him good.
And tell us about Leicester tonight. What are you expecting from them? I mean, you've both got pretty similar records in Premier League too.
Yeah, tough game, tight game. A game that we want to start well in and get on the front foot early. And really try and dominate the early parts of the game. But you know, Leicester are a good team. A good challenge for us last season, and they've got quite a few of them. That squad still left playing with them this season. So yeah, tough challenge, but one that we want to really start well and gather some momentum and try and get a really good performance in again.
Well, let's hope you do, Paul. Wish you the best of luck tonight. Let's hope it goes well. Kick off here 7 o'clock, of course, and full coverage on the way. So a very warm welcome from Southport, where the 2 teams are out on the pitch preparing for this 7 o'clock kick-off against Leicester City. And without further ado, let's take you through the team news here this afternoon. You heard from Everton's Under-21 head coach Paul Tate. Let's have a look at the Everton lineup in full. Billy Crellin comes back in goal this evening. Fraser Barnsley was between the posts for that victory that you saw over Tottenham a short while ago. It's the same back 4 and the same midfield 3 that Paul Tate talked about as well. He's been impressed with Metcalf, Warrington and Onyango playing together. But changes up front due to the injury to Okoronkwo. So Charlie Whittaker out wide on the right, we suspect, with Katia Kiarte through the middle and Harrison Armstrong on the left-hand side. Substitutes for Everton tonight: Fraser Barnsley, Bradley Moonen, Isaac Heath, Khalid Jampakta and Owen Barker. For Leicester, well, one notable name there, of course, is the guy between the posts. Danny Ward is the goalkeeper, and they've made just one change from their last outing. That was a 2-0 home victory over Leeds on Monday night. So we'll keep an eye on the likes of Oliver Ewing up front and Amari Richards. A little bit of first team experience amongst the Leicester camp. Silko Thomas has been on the bench on a couple of occasions and will be one to watch here tonight. Confirmation of the substitutes there for Everton and also Leicester, with Sammy Braybrook coming into the substitutes this evening for the visitors. Both sides have got similar records in the Premier League 2 so far. Everton having won 3, drawn 3 and lost 8. Leicester have won 3, drawn 4 and lost 7 of their games so far. Right. Delighted to have Graham Stewart alongside me. as we prepare to get underway. Looking forward to it, Graham?
Yeah, it should be a good evening, actually. The pitch is good. Just been watered. Spoilt.
Yeah.
They want for nothing, these boys.
It's been well watered.
Been well watered, yeah. It should be, you know, and I like that, though, because it always makes it a, you know, nice, good pace to the game, and lively pitch. Doesn't do us any harm whatsoever.
Yeah.
So good, accurate, sharp passing required this evening after a sprinkling of the water, and hopefully it's the boys in the royal blue shirts who are going to do that for us here in this first half here at Southport, ready to kick off.
Yeah, Paul Tate mentioned to me how hard the pitch was as he walked across to undertake that interview as we get underway here this evening at Southport, and Everton attacking from left to right as we look, and they'll be looking for a positive start, which is always important, of course. First 20 minutes of any football game, try and establish a foothold, and more importantly, don't do anything silly and concede. Right, here's Tyler Onyango immediately on the press forward, and that's a decent ball as well into the path of Charlie Whittaker. Whittaker's got support from Kyle John, whipped into the penalty area, and well defended as Leicester had players back in numbers in the end inside the 18-yard box. Good start.
It was a really good start. Tyler Onyango, just like, you know, pushing forward and driving from the middle of midfield, found Charlie Whittaker on the right-hand side, and he just held his pass up until Kyle John met him on the right-hand side. And Carl just couldn't quite pick that final delivery out.
Just a word on Ed Jones across the back with Reece Welch again, forming a partnership, I suppose, at the back, which is always important. And the ball back with goalkeeper Billy Crellin tonight. Another change between the posts, but he's vastly experienced, I suppose, at this level.
Yeah, I mean, these games should be bread and butter, really, for the likes of Billy Crellin. I mean, he's, as you say, he's got plenty of experience between the posts. He knows the game well enough now. He should be totally in control of his game, no doubt.
As he knocks the ball out to Ed Jones, and back it goes to Everton's number one this evening. And out on that left-hand side, Mackenzie Hunt. And Everton just giving their players a good feel of the ball in the early stages. And sent long this time. Katia Kiarte looking for the flick on. Don't think he made much of a connection, but Everton still have it with Onyango finding Kyle John. Lewis Warrington will play that sort of holding role in midfield. He sits and dictates things really well from there as the skipper as well.
Yeah, again, like somebody like Lewis who's just come back from a loan spell. You know, I'm sure he's enjoyed playing first team football, but it's all about attitude now. It's the same for somebody like Mackenzie Hunt as well, who's tasted a lot of first team action, albeit from the bench.
Yeah.
But you know, you're looking at these players now, and is your attitude still spot on for under 21 football? And I'd like to think the answer, especially in those two guys' cases, is yes, because they're good lads.
Well, Everton have had all of the ball at the moment. Leicester struggling to get there.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to keep the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the likes of Manchester City. I mean, absolutely pass you to death most games, don't they? And in the end, it just tires you out. In the last 15-20 minutes of games, you take advantage of that. But it's been a decent start for us possession-wise. We've had one or two decent opportunities moving forward, so a little bit sharper up front, and we'll be okay in this game by the looks of it.
Long ball forward to Silko Thomas. Here's Amari Richards taking over for Leicester down that left-hand side. And the ball eventually out for a Leicester throw.
I think we were looking for a free kick there, but I agree with the referee. I didn't think there was too much in it. I don't think the Leicester player did too much wrong there.
So they have the throw on the left-hand side. Jermaine Lindsay has come into the side today, taking the throw in, which Everton get away. Good work by Whittaker before Leicester pick up again with Thomas on this near side. Oliver Ewing getting an early touch, and neat control as well from Areki before Everton work it back to Billy Crellin.
Yeah, it was there, Alan. You're quite right. Really good feet from Marnie Reiki.
Yeah,
really decent.
Have a look at this.
Just gets the ball played inside to him there. Oh, sorry, it just comes back to him in a minute. Oh,
yeah.
And there we lose the pictures. And there we go, just in time to see his little bit of shuffle. And no, it was good.
Yeah, neat footwork. The ball back with the Leicester keeper, Danny Ward, who's not unfamiliar with this part of the world, I suppose.
Nope. Talking about experience, there is a vastly experienced man there in Danny Ward.
Had that spell at Liverpool, of course, before he moved on to Leicester. Briggs down the right-hand side, but progress halted, and Everton pick up and can build from the back once more. Krellin up towards Whittaker, beaten in the air. Might have been a hand of Oliver Ewing, but accidental certainly, and Leicester allowed to continue and use Thomas on this left-hand side once more. Here's Richards, prepared to progress into the penalty area, but fouling Carl John in the process.
Yeah, he did well there, Carl. Recognised the danger and just got his body in front of the attacking player there, and just about bought the foul, didn't he? Don't need much contact these days. It's anything on the back of the shirt, you're going over, especially in situations like that. And it looked dangerous for a minute. Richards bursting through there, but well done, Kyle.
Everton 0, Leicester 0 in the early stages here at Southport, where Everton have been playing their home games, of course, but only one more home Premier League 2 fixture to come, which is actually scheduled to take place at Finch Farm against Wolves next Friday. So that will be an afternoon kick-off. But for now, we'll focus on this one with the game goalless in the early stages, but Everton having started reasonably well, although Leicester have just begun to feel their way into the game a little. And they have the throw-in on the right-hand side.
Also got a juicy semi-final of the cup to look forward to, haven't we, away at Crystal Palace?
I think that one will be played at Selhurst Park.
I think it will do, yes. I think that's the plan, to play at Selhurst Park, which is a buzz for the lads. That'll be good.
Yeah.
But it keeps your season going, because it's not been the greatest season in terms of results, in terms of Premier League 2.
Yeah.
But it's lovely to have a semi-final to look forward to.
Without doubt.
And it's great for Tatey and Keith as well, to keep the players on their toes. Listen, do you want to be in that starting 11, for a semi-final of the cup? Well, make sure you're doing your bread and butter stuff correctly.
I suppose as things work out, they play them a couple of weeks before as well in the Premier League 2 fixtures. So that one down at the Crystal Palace training ground, but it'll give an idea, and or will it?
Well, again, that's the thing with under-21 games as well. You never quite know what side's going to be put out, do you? So there's always that little bit of mystery.
Yeah, sides may be quite different from what you see in the initial league game. Everton have this free kick. Lewis Warrington is over the ball, leaving it for Kyle John from the correct spot. That'll do. Jensen Metcalf will take in the end. So Everton have sent the centre-backs forward, which is the norm, and see if they can get some reward from this set piece.
It's all about the delivery now from Metcalf.
It's a driven ball in. It's not bad delivery, but well defended by Leicester and hooked away in the end by Briggs to the halfway line, where comfortably steered back to Billy Krellin. Good work by Mackenzie Hunt.
Yeah, really neat and tidy that from Mackenzie. I mean, he was under pressure straight away, but he kept his composure and had the skill to just tuck inside as well. He's made a really good, decent start to the game, Mackenzie.
Yeah, he's confident on the ball. And he is in possession, just getting a return pass from Tyler Onyango, and fouled in the process for another Everton free kick. Here's Metcalf. Kyle John. Warrington wanting possession, wanting Kyle John to move forward down that right-hand side, and put into touch by Lindsay.
Well, he doesn't normally need an invite, Kyle John, to get himself down the right-hand side. He likes to press forward at every opportunity, so it's good to see him stretching the Leicester back four.
Some strong challenges going in just outside the Leicester penalty area before it's sorted out by Warrington. John going for the return again down that right-hand side, trapped by Thomas. Everton keep possession and keep it well. Mackenzie Hunt laying it into Kouyaté, but away comes Briggs for Leicester before Everton win it back quickly and in a decent area of the pitch. You can lay it to the edge of the penalty area. It wasn't a bad layoff from Metcalf. He may have been fouled there on the edge of the box, but the referee was having none of it. Warrington's ball in is just dinked in behind, but a little too much pace on it for Armstrong.
Yeah, a little too heavy there. Right idea, slightly wrong execution there, but decent passage of play. The ball gets just played in here and it just pops up. And you'll see here, just this contentious. No, there's not enough in it for
just
me.
A little nudge.
Yeah, slight nudge. Nothing in it that warranted a free kick, in my opinion.
Ben Petty is the head coach of the Leicester Under-21s. 46-year-old. Has been in charge for a couple of seasons now. Formerly with Aston Villa. Danny Ward has the ball. Out wide for Lindsay. Sent down the line for Thomas to scamper after, but with him Ed Jones to turn it back to his keeper. There's Warrington. Worked out again to this right-hand side for Everton, and now Kouyaté. He's going to slip it into the penalty area, but unfortunately not quite into the path of Onyanga.
Again, it's just a couple of times in this opening 11 minutes or so, it's that little final ball that just needs to be threaded with a little bit more care and attention. But I like Kouyaté. I think he's a talented boy, there's no doubt about it. He's got a good touch, he's got good balance, he's good size.
Is that his favoured position as well, Graham, through the middle?
Do you know what, I've not really seen him play up, you know, through the middle very often. He's always played out wide when I've watched him, but he's a useful player. I like him. I think he's got a chance.
Yeah, we'll see how he fares tonight with Armstrong on one side and Whittaker on the other, in terms of a front three, I suppose. There's the ball forward from Jones to Kouyaté, but couldn't make anything of that.
That's going to be offside there. It is, yeah. Just coming back from an offside position there.
Yeah.
Amani Richards.
Here's Jones again for Everton, looking to try and stamp their authority on this game. And they're doing just that with good work from Everton to find Kyle John via Armstrong on that occasion, who's just switched flanks at the moment, having come out onto this near side, and does some decent work to find Kyle John, but not quite the ball that he was looking for. Worked away by Wormleighton quite easily. Here's Jones again. Well, Armstrong was certainly looking busy, but unable to.
I think he felt Jensen Metcalf could have done a little, offered him a little bit more there. I think he produced a good little turn there, did Armstrong, and there was no movement for him. So
Leicester in possession down their left-hand side, and a mistake by Kyle John might just allow them in as they cut the ball back, and that's a good save by Billy Crellin after the shot was driven in from the edge of the penalty area almost. It was inside the box from Cartwright, and Billy Crellin did really well for Everton.
Now, we talked about Billy being between the sticks again tonight, and he's shown his worth there.
I don't know whether it was a slip by Kyle John, but
yeah, but Lindsay, it's a great ball across there, and it's a fantastic strike from the edge of the box.
Yeah, he got pace on it, Cartwright, didn't he? And
he did. He got a great strike on it, but I mean, the pace is in the ball. He only has to hit it, make sure he gets a decent contact on it. The only saving grace is the corner comes in, but it looks harmless, going to go out for a goal kick. Sorry, I was just caught up there looking at the replay. And,
the corner's delivered.
I think our saving grace there was the fact that he hit the ball, Cartwright, straight in the slap bang in the middle of the goal. And as much as it was a decent reflex save from Billy, it was relatively straightforward in the end.
Yeah, anything else, anywhere else, and Everton are a goal down there.
Yeah, of course, it was a decent strike from Cartwright.
But that's what Billy Krellin is for, of course, to produce the goods in situations like that. Making his 5th appearance in Premier League 2 this season. So 0-0 as we approach the quarter of an hour mark. Everton haven't as yet troubled Danny Ward, but they certainly looked on occasion as though they might be able to get him behind.
Yeah, agreed, Al. I mean, I think that there's been some positive build-up play.
Yeah.
And as I've mentioned, it's just that couple of occasions where we've just got to take that little bit of extra care in the last pass in that final third.
There's Metcalf for Everton, just ahead of Whittaker, but Metcalf picks up again as the ball fell kindly back into his path, really, but that's not the pass that Kyle John was going to get on the end of. Comfortably cleared by Thomas, and Everton will progress once more via Warrington's ball in, and this time Everton do get the free kick for the foul on Whittaker.
Yeah, tight little turn from Charlie Whittaker there. Ball gets played into him and he just looks to turn. Just seeing a replay here of that's what we like, a few cameras flying around everywhere, but
yeah, Everton will get that camera back in position and make sure that they can record every piece of the action. Always important to look back on, of course, for the coaching staff, so we don't want any more damage to those pieces of equipment. Thank you.
That's Metcalf and Hunt stood over the ball.
Yeah.
Favourite for me would be Mackenzie Hunt here. He's got a fantastic left foot.
Well, it's 25 yards from goal at least. The wall back just inside the penalty area. It's teed up for Hunt. He drove it goalwards, but it was comfortably blocked, I suppose. The Leicester players doing their job, but back in it comes, and that's food and drink really for a goalkeeper of Danny Ward's ability. And right through to his opposite number, Billy Krellin was patrolling the edge of his penalty area well. Good positional play really from him.
I mean, it was good from both keepers actually, for Danny Ward to spot the run of Richards, and then Billy Krellin to read the situation and get himself out there quickly. Both good stuff from both keepers.
Loose ball forward from Lindsay on that occasion for Leicester, whose next game is also next Friday when they face Aston Villa away from home. So Friday night football for both again next weekend. There are plenty of fixtures tonight actually in Premier League 2.
It's pretty much a full hit tonight, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. The visitors in possession down the left with Thomas taking on Kyle John and getting the ball into the penalty area, which Ed Jones defended well. And now Warrington can find Whittaker. Whittaker, who's certainly got the belief to try and knock the ball past opponents.
Yeah, it's been a tough season for Charlie. I mean, he was out a long time with his cruciate ligament. I think there was a cruciate ligament injury, Charlie's was, and it was a tough one for him, but he's come back and he's had a few weeks now to find his feet, so he'll be looking to end the season really strongly.
Yeah, it's only his 5th appearance in Premier League 2 this season. Still only 20 years of age, of course. Thomas again for Leicester.
Oh, he's well onside.
Yeah, Richards making the run down the left-hand side. He's got Ewing on the edge of the penalty area. He's got Cartwright in the middle. He goes to ground.
Oh,
and the
no,
referee has pointed to the penalty spot.
Away. Oh, we've got to have a look at this.
The referee has pointed to the penalty spot here.
I think Richards has kicked Edwards.
That is...
sorry, Edward Jones.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Richards picking up possession, prepared to advance towards the box.
He's tried to do a step over.
He does.
He's kicked him. It's a foul to us.
That can never be a penalty, but the referee has got that one horribly wrong. Richard Aspinall is the man in the middle, and we don't have VAR.
I was going to say, where's VAR when you need it? That's
and,
a dreadful decision from the referee. I mean, he'll be embarrassed when he sees that back. I mean, obviously, from his perspective, it's an innocent mistake, an honest mistake, but it's a dreadful mistake at that, and it's a chance now.
Silko Thomas is the man to take, and Billy Krellin hopefully is Everton's hero. No chance of stopping that. Into the roof of the net. That's a confident spot kick from Silko Thomas, lifted into the roof of the net, where goalkeepers are never going to save those type of penalties. 1-0 to the visitors, but really. That should never have been a spot kick.
I mean, credit to Silko Thomas. He finishes it with aplomb, really, high into the roof of Billy Crelling's neck. But he shouldn't have had the opportunity. You should always trust your gut feeling. And when I first watched it, I thought to myself, he's tried to step over and he's kicked, Edward
Jones.
Edward Jones.
Yeah, I mean, here it is again. There's this first step over. There's the other. It should be a free kick to Everton. And Carl Jones was it Ed Jones? Sorry, in disbelief there.
I mean, fair play. I mean, he says, Billy's not going to stop that, but it shouldn't have happened. But we're going to have to get ourselves back in the game as soon as possible.
Well, just get it out of the mind and forget about it, get on with it. As if the game's still goalless, Everton will do their utmost to try and get back on level terms as soon as possible. So, free kick here, 30 yards from goal, bit more.
Yeah, good. Yeah, probably 30 yards out. It would take an incredible strike to. Well, in fact, I think the referee's put it another couple of yards back. So, I think this will be a ball that's going to be put into the box rather than a shot. It would have to be an absolute world to score from out there.
Certainly would.
Some people are not going to beat Danny Wall from there, in my opinion. I think my guess is Mackenzie Hunt will be whipping this in.
I would think so. Tyler Onyango is there on the periphery of the penalty area. Who's the target here? It's Mackenzie Hunt to the far post and laid back and cut out, sent behind for the corner in the end. It wasn't a bad touch back towards the 6-yard box.
Well, it's Edward Jones in the action again. He's in the thick of it in both boxes in this last couple of minutes. And could he have headed it? Was it the right decision to try and volley it back? Only Eddie knows.
Indeed.
But it results in us getting a corner anyway, so positive for us.
Corner which Metcalf can take. It's a packed 18-yard box. Leicester have got every man back defending this. Corner played short by Everton, back with Metcalf on that left foot into the penalty area. Defended initially, Metcalf picks up and keeps it very much alive for Everton. The force back to the centre circle area. Here's Cal John. Charlie Whittaker. He's gone for the return. He's received it nicely. It was a good ball into his path, and it was a decent ball in as well. Onyango just couldn't get there because in the end it was defended by Grist, put behind for the corner.
Yeah, it's good movement from us as well. He done really well there, did Charlie Whittaker. Played a lovely little 1-2 with Carl John, and Carl John with a reverse pass finds him. But these are the moments where you've just got to try and pick out the right pass. Take nothing away from the defending there. It was good defending from Grist, but
as you say, fine margins. You've got to get that final ball right. Corner sent in brilliantly, and that is Everton level. Is it Reece Welch at the back post?
I think it looks like Reece Welch has got the final touch onto that. Fantastic ball in. I mean, I think we've done a bit of a number on Danny Ward, actually, because you'd expect a keeper like Danny Ward to have come out and dealt with that. But
it's almost under his crossbar.
Well, I think we must have just blocked him off. There's Mackenzie Hunt with the in-swinging corner. I think Kiarte's done all right. I think he's done a little bit of a number on Danny Ward there. Just a chance to watch it again.
And see who gets that.
He just backs into him. Does he? Just does enough to put him off. Actually, does he?
He gets the final touch.
Yeah, he might get the final touch. We'll have to. We need goal line. We've needed VAR for the penalty. Now we need goal line technology to see who had the final touch. But I think Reece will probably be.
He'll be claiming it.
But
I think Kiarte's got the final touch to take it over the line.
Well, we might get a better angle at some point this evening. You never know.
Yeah, but a goalkeeper of Danny Ward's experience won't be happy with his lack of contribution there.
Well, it's a good response, put it that way, to what was a very, very disappointing penalty. But here we go. Reece Welch gets the first touch.
No, it's off a defender.
It was off the defender, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's off Grist.
Yeah, Grist, who he initially gave the corner away, in which was a really, really good challenge, actually. So we'll feel a little bit aggrieved. But ideal for us to get ourselves back in the game after 24 minutes. Here we go, we'll have another chance.
Plenty of angles, plenty of angles.
But you just see, oh, there's a handball in there as well. I'm not even sure Reece Welsh has headed that. I think the defenders handled it back. Penalties everywhere.
Well, we've had a penalty that shouldn't have been, and an own goal, and it's 1-1, and we're just beyond the midway point of the first half, so plenty to keep us entertained as Everton send another one into the penalty area that Danny Ward failed to deal with. Not looking too convincing.
No, the ball really, I mean, it was whipped in and then it all of a sudden dipped just as he got towards Danny Ward, and I think it might have caught him out by surprise. I'm not so sure that there's a free kick here at all. I just think Danny, did I say Danny Webb? He's the kick man, isn't he? Danny Ward. Sorry.
Well, he makes the decision to go for it, but...
No, I'm not so sure there's a free kick anywhere in there.
Not at all. The referee
all these Danny Wards, Danny Webbs, finishing me off out all this.
Free kick, Leicester, with the game level. And a wasted free kick, really. No chance of Briggs getting on the end of that on the far side. And Everton will have a throw in deep inside their own half. But referee, Mr. Asper, I don't know whether he'll be looking back at the decision at half time. I think he'll probably wait till he gets home.
But I think that the beauty for the officials here is, like you say, there's no VI, there's nothing to look back on, really, is there?
Someone will tell him.
Someone will tell him, that's for certain. I'm guessing it might be with an Everton badge on him.
Yeah, quite right. Reece Welsh trying to get back and ensure he can deal with Richards here, and Richards has got to the byline to try and cut one back.
I think he stole a little march on Reece Welsh there. He might just got himself half a yard there, and he'll maybe a tad disappointed that he didn't get a decent delivery into the box, because I think he bought himself half a yard.
He's looked okay, Amari Richards, hasn't he?
He's lively, isn't he?
19-year-old who's appeared in all but one of their Premier League 2 fixtures this season. A couple of goals to his name. And that's not a great clearance from Billy Crellin, which Briggs tried to take on the chest and advance, but Mackenzie Hunt dealt with him. And now
the linesman has to flag. He has to flag. He's offside, Richards. He's come back and then he gets himself involved.
Yeah.
And he's affecting the back four, so he's got to flag the liner.
Yeah, it's a strange situation that nowadays, where they deem it to be a different phase of play, but you're influencing the game, aren't you?
Absolutely, he was influencing it. We couldn't clear our lines because of his involvement.
Hard to keep track of the laws of the game now again. Kyle John just caught in possession, and here's Reece Welsh this time to find Charlie Whittaker down the right. He's done brilliantly to get past Lindsay into the penalty area. Still Whittaker decides not to go alone, cuts it back for the shot from Metcalf off the post, but he gets there. Whittaker to turn the loose ball off the post and into the net to turn this game on its head and give Everton a 2-1 advantage, and all credit to Charlie Whittaker.
Absolutely, that young man deserves that little bit of break there. He done so well initially down on this right hand side, right in front of our commentary position. A fantastic turn to get away down the right hand side, and then he drove towards the box. Just lovely little turn. There we go. Just gives the defender a slight little dummy, and he drives towards the edge of the box. Little shimmy coming up, and then he's got the head to pick out Metcalf. He's a decent strike from Metcalf as well. The cannon's off the post, and then a good first touch actually from Charlie Whittaker. He kept himself alive. Here we go, just driving into the box, and he gets his head up and finds.
Yeah, it's a good layoff.
Finds Metcalf. He'll be disappointed he hasn't finished it, but Charlie was lively enough to get a touch on it and then put it into the empty net. Great turnaround from the Blues.
Yeah, great play, and all credit to Whittaker for the awareness in the first instance, and the fact that he was very much alive to the rebound. Very much alive.
Yeah, it's a good finish. Really good finish. That'll give him, doing the world a good. Give him plenty of confidence, that Charlie.
His first this season in Premier League 2 football, but as we say, he's not appeared too often. And Everton 2-1 up, approaching half an hour. and that referee's decision from earlier can be forgotten about.
Well, let's hope so. I'm not forgetting it, by the way. You can if you want, I'm not. When I'm over there getting your cup of tea at half time, Al,
I'll be analysing it. You can have a go at him.
Yeah.
You might see him on the way over.
A little knock on his door as I go in.
There's a few decisions going against Everton, but they've got the 2-1 advantage, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, I think Tatey will be absolutely delighted with the response of the players to that disappointing spot kick award. I mean, what better way to turn the game round by scoring 2 goals in relatively quick succession?
Yeah. Warrington back to Jones, and here's Reece Welch at the back for Everton, and can carry the ball towards halfway. Armstrong linking up with Mackenzie Hunt on that far side, and Everton with a comfortable spell of possession, having come from behind to lead. Welch once more. Chiarte's done well there to play Mackenzie Hunt in again. In fact, it was Armstrong trying to get on the end of it, and Everton will have the throw in. But good progressive work down that left hand side.
Yeah, we've got our tails up.
Thrown short for Armstrong. Gets it back from Hunt. Can't quite wriggle his way clear of the Leicester right back. Hunt. And Everton back with Welch on the halfway line.
Yeah, it's the kind of time where you need to just get it out from that left hand side now. Switch the play. You've had a spell of possession out on that left hand side. Try and switch the play and stretch this Leicester side.
Yeah. Metcalf and Welch. Hunt. Chiarte. Armstrong's layoff for Hunt, who continued his run down the left. He managed to get the delivery into the box, but the free kick goes Leicester's way because the defender goes to ground.
Yeah, he does. I mean, I don't think Charlie did too much wrong there, but as I say, a little bit like Carl John earlier, the slightest touch he's going to go down and get himself a free kick. But he's a good platform as well, Chiarte. As you see there, Mackenzie Hunt just steps inside and he knows he can play it into him because he's got the strength, Chiarte, to just keep the defender at bay, hold him up, and then he brings people into play again. It's such a useful tool to have, somebody up front who can get hold of the ball and just buy you enough time for midfield runners to play off him.
Of course. And here's Whittaker, Warrington, Welch. Now Armstrong. Hunt again inside for Yango. Keeps possession for Everton.
Now you've got to come out the other side, nice and sharp.
Start again. Here's Jones. Chiarte.
There you go, another example there where he's just
back to goal.
Unfortunate for Charlie Whittaker there, he couldn't. But it's such a, as a midfield player, as an ex-midfield player, it's massive that you can play the ball into your front man and he keeps hold of it for you. Yeah,
very important role indeed. So he closes down the goalkeeper on that occasion, and Everton have 3 around Grist, but he worked it back to his goalkeeper and safely away. But Everton pick up again and come forward again via Onyango.
I think the referee's he's going to pull up for the pull on Tyler Onyango, but that's what Tyler can do there. See the pace and the power that he broke through from midfield there. I want to see that from more of him.
Yeah,
he can do that. He's got the capability and the tools to do it. So you'd like to see him. I mean, out of the 3 midfield boys, you'd have to say Metcalf's been the shining light so far this game.
Well, Leicester just switched off a little there, and there's an opportunity as Armstrong tried the delivery. It might go behind for the corner. It doesn't. It's kept alive by Everton. Here's Hunt, and then Onyango's effort on goal was blocked. Don't think it would have troubled Danny Ward that much, to be honest.
Well, I think you're right, Al. I don't think it would have, but certainly Leicester are on the ropes here. It looks like it's a matter of time before we score a 3rd goal.
Yeah, the head coach Benjamin Petty doesn't look too impressed at the moment. And there's a ball out wide for Kyle John to try and get on the end of. He's done well to just fend off the defender and keep possession for Everton. Here's Warrington. Now Metcalf in behind for John. If he can get there, he can, and deliver deep on Armstrong across. Chiarte trying to bring somebody in. Well, he's trying to find Mackenzie Hunt, I think, just outside the penalty area. Didn't succeed. And the ball can be sent forward by Thomas towards Amari Richards, who just tried to turn Welch and in the process fouled him.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You just have to be a little bit careful as we push bodies forward. And I don't blame us, because we're absolutely dominating this last 10 minutes, so I don't blame us for doing it. But if we do give the ball away, you've just got to be careful, because Richards is lively up front and he's trying to stretch us. A little counter attack. Don't want to be caught undone by something like that.
Here's Welch. Armstrong. Welch again. Linking up with Warrington, and Welch once more. Mackenzie Hunt into a central midfield role at the moment, and bringing in Jensen Metcalf. Metcalf onto his left foot, pushed away by Danny Ward. Chiarte on the follow-up, but he was offside. Flag had been raised against Katia Chiarte.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been offside looking across the line, but good work again. I mean, Mackenzie Hunt this time just cuts inside, finds the pass inside. It's Metcalf who's been the pick of the midfield players for me, as I've just mentioned. He gets it onto his left peg, not afraid to have a shot, tries to guide it in that bottom corner, but Danny Ward equal to it, and Chiarte shouldn't have been offside.
Yeah, flagged offside, and Leicester probably relieved that that was the case. And it remains Everton 2, Leicester 1, with 9 minutes of this first half remaining. Leicester have a man down, so play held up here.
Yeah, first stoppage of the game.
Is it Richards who's down injured on the...
I think it could well be. Is it? Oh no, it's not actually. No. Have a look at that.
No, Richards is on his feet.
Richards there. He's popped over to get himself a little shot of Lucasade.
Yeah, 9 minutes just under of this first half to play, and the Everton players gather to get some words of advice from Paul Tate. Chiarte is the recipient of those words at the moment.
I mean, Tate, he knows that centre forward position well enough, doesn't he, Tate? So again, you can just tell by his body language. He's talking about, just backing into people and holding that ball up. It's Silko Thomas, isn't it? Who's got it's got a little nudge to the head, I think. So the referee, quite rightly, you don't want to be taking any chances with head injuries, do you? So he's stopped the game, but thankfully Silko Thomas looks absolutely fine.
Yeah. I think Reece Welch has got a bit of a height advantage in those sort of battles.
Slightly.
So Thomas will leave the field temporarily. We'll get back underway with Leicester in possession over on that far side. Silko Thomas, who's managed to notch his 5th goal in Premier League 2 football this season, in his 11th appearance. And that touch off Mackenzie Hunt takes the ball out for another Leicester throw in, this time on the far side.
Yeah, just important now, aren't we? What are we, 8 minutes or whatever left in this, also giving a little bit of added time on. Just manage the game properly, make sure we don't go into that dressing room at half time without a lead, because we should have, because we're based on the balance of play.
Here's Warrington for Whittaker. Jones. And Everton comfortable on the ball at the back inside their own half at the moment, before Onyango picks up. And a little flick towards Armstrong from Hunt didn't quite come off, but Everton will have a throw in. Hunt. And Jones. Jones this time goes long. Metcalf will chase, and he's forced Leicester to put it out for a throw.
Yeah, I mean, it's never the worst ball in the world, is it? The good old-fashioned ball down the side, into the channel, because there's not too many options for a defender.
Here's Kyle John. Jones. Rather lax in possession there. Bit too casual.
Yeah, he knows it himself. He's just looked up to the sky there. He knows that was sloppy play.
But Everton quickly regained possession. Here is Jones for Metcalf. Metcalf once more. Everton leading 2-1. Just over 5 minutes plus stoppage time at the end of this first period, and Everton will want to go in at half-time with their lead intact.
That could well be our ball if it goes out. Oh, the referee. It's me.
What are you expecting tonight from this man?
Tyler Onyango has crashed into it. Well, crashed the ball into the Leicester player. You could hear the double hit of the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me.
Billy Krellin will pick up and take it into his box. Made just the one decent save. That's all he's been called to do. Apart from try and save a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing he could do with a penalty.
Yeah.
It was a good, as we mentioned in commentary earlier, it was a fantastic finish from Silko Thomas, and obviously the shot from the edge of the box from Cartwright, that was a good stop, but one you'd expect him to make.
Well, other than that, defensively, Everton have been fairly sound.
Okay. We've been okay.
And leading by 2-1, having come from behind. One we think which will be credited as an own goal, and the other from Charlie Whittaker after great initial work by him. Here's Jones. Reece Welch for Ed Jones again. Lifted towards Chiarte. The chest this time of Chiarte, but it didn't find Armstrong.
Yeah, I think if he's got to be having a shout from Harrison Armstrong on the left-hand side to flick it on.
Yeah.
Didn't need to try and chest it down.
Metcalf took that one well in his stride and will get the free kick. Fairly central to goal, but 30 yards from goal. Again, maybe a touch too far out.
Yeah, it's a little bit more in central, isn't it, from the last time we were that far out. So I'm guessing maybe with 42 minutes on the clock, I reckon fancy Mackenzie Hunt might just fancy this.
Yeah, it's some distance really. The wall is positioned almost on the D of the 18-yard box, which gives you certainly an indication of the distance. But Mackenzie Hunt, Jensen Metcalf over it, and Charlie Whittaker departs the scene.
The reason I say I think they might shoot is because it's such a difficult angle. You're too central to try and get any angle on it.
Yeah, but on a chipped ball.
Yeah. But I think he will anyway, Mackenzie, because he's not going to shoot from there. He's only a yard away. Oh, but Jensen Metcalf is.
That's easy for the goalkeeper.
That was easy pickings, wasn't it?
No problem for Danny Ward on that occasion, who might consider himself to have done better on the corner. We'd probably say he was blocked, as you talked about as well, Graham, but this time it's Billy Krellin at the other end who's going to pick up possession.
Well, a couple of minutes to go, plus any added time that the referee decides to add on, but there's only been the one stoppage that I can recall in this first half, so I can't see it being too many.
Maybe a minute or two at the end here, with Everton looking to go in at half-time leading, having won the last two games, one of them that saw them through to the semi-finals of the Premier League International Cup. Here's Lindsay, almost tripped himself up before getting the ball into the path of Briggs. He's just switched flanks with Thomas and operating from the left at the moment. Yeah, well, he's not really had any loose change out of Mackenzie Hunt, Briggs, on this on the right-hand side, so he's been switched to this left-hand side. The first thing he's done is let the ball go out, but Leicester have found it, got it back and got themselves a throw-in. Which Lindsay will take, Ewing receives. And Leicester will have another throw in a similar position. Very close to the corner flag on this near side. Here's Ewing again. Put in by Lindsay this time, and well defended by Everton. Comfortably defended by Reece Welch. And Leicester are forced all the way back to their goalkeeper inside the final minute of this half. Grist with the switch, which Kyle John was aware of.
All eyes on the fourth official. 15 seconds away from finding how much extra time we got before our coffee and donut at half time, Al.
The most important part of the 90 minutes.
Well,
throw in Lindsay. What was that, 4 minutes?
4? Where's that come from? Goodness me.
4 minutes of stoppage time to play. Must have been that VAR review for the penalty.
I can't, for the life of me, where's 4 minutes come from? It's like the 9 minutes when I was down at Brighton in the first team game. Where was 9? I said to Darren Griffiths, I said, going to be, it's going to be at least 5 or 6 minutes here, Daz. Next minute, 9 came up.
It's the new norm.
Yeah.
Stoppage time at the end of the first half, and Everton have a goal kick. Krellin goes long. Kouyaté the target. And the header back is picked up by Ewing. Now Thomas. Well, one back by Everton and played forward by Onyango, which will result in an Everton throw down that left-hand side. Can they create maybe one more opportunity before the half is out?
Well, it's time to do it for certain. Whether we've got the desire to do it is another thing, or are we just playing for the half-time whistle and get in there, reorganise, have a few pearls of wisdom from Tatey and Keith Southern.
Yeah. Here's Warrington. So Whittaker. John. Whittaker continued his run and trying to get in behind Lindsay. Almost succeeded there. Lindsay got away with that. And Leicester have managed to get the ball forward to Richards, who took it
Great
well.
Touch.
Yeah.
Really good touch.
And he's going to take on Welch, and I think he's overran that, and Welch made sure that he had.
He smashed himself into the ball there. Hopefully the young man's all right, because he's been their liveliest player, Richards, no doubt about that. And as you say, the ball got played down to him just in front of our commentary position. His first touch was excellent, and he's really positive as well. He tries to drive at Reece Welch. Reece just about did enough there. He's got good pace when he's one of those players when his legs get going. He's quick.
Yeah. Well, Richards is fairly quick.
Yeah.
He's proved that on 1 or 2 occasions in this half. He's taken Welch on down that flank and the opposite one in this first period, which sees Everton leading by 2-1. And trying to make sure they go in at half-time with that lead as Briggs tries to get away down the Leicester left, but Carl John deals with him.
Yeah, good work from Carl John there. Nice and strong, nice and quick getting back.
Kouyaté trying to back in there to Grist, who was right behind him. Back with Danny Ward. And here is Grist. And Ward again as we head into the final minute of stoppage time. Leicester force back again. It's good work by Everton to push Leicester back to the goalkeeper. Here's Welch. Oh, I'm not sure Kouyaté was coming back from an offside position there. I think Grist might have been playing him on.
Yeah, I think it was Tyler Onyango who was the one coming back from an offside position, but obviously that meant that Kouyaté was onside.
Lindsay. Cartwright. And that should just about be that at the end of the first period, with the ball at the feet of Billy Krellin. It is half-time, and a satisfactory one in the end for Everton after they fell behind to that controversial penalty to say the least, but Everton turned the game on its head after Krellin was beaten from the spot by an own goal, and a great Charlie Whittaker strike after he did all the initial work. So 2-1 up, and deservedly so.
Yeah, deservedly so. I think we've definitely, without doubt, been the better side. There's no doubt about that. But as you say, Alan, controversial penalty, which goodness knows for me what the referee was looking at there. I mean, Richards, it was Richards, wasn't it? Who was on the left-hand side, who tried a couple of little step overs. The second step over resulted in actually fouling, Edward Jones. So it should have been given as a free kick to us. The referee saw it differently.
Here are the highlights. This is the incident.
This is the incident itself. Richards, who's, as I said a couple of minutes ago, been their best player. But one step over there, then there's a step over, straight into the shins of Edward Jones. And somehow, some way,
a look of disbelief.
And quite rightly so.
Yeah.
Quite rightly so. But here we go. We get another look at it now. I mean, this is probably the best angle, I would suggest. And he's positive. He's driving at him, Richards, but he's gone over the top there. I mean, there's no way on planet Earth it's a penalty. But the referee's deemed it one. We have to deal with it. We've had to live with it. And you have to say that.
From the referee's angle, can you excuse him?
No.
Thank you.
Was that decisive enough for you?
Well, referees progress to this level because they're competent, but that was an incompetent decision.
Yeah, I mean, talking of decisive, there was no more decisive penalty than Silko Thomas's, but the response from us was good. Reece Welsh gets above the Leicester players.
Yeah.
Danny Ward there just boxed in on his line, couldn't get himself out. I think from that angle it looked like it was Cartwright's hand from the other angle, but it was Reece Welsh's head. This is the best angle. This is where it looks like it's come off Cartwright's hand, but it doesn't. It's Reece Welsh's head. And I think you're right, I'm sure it pretty much comes off Ben Grist.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate one from his perspective.
Yeah, not much he could do, was there? But the most important thing, it got us back in the game, and then this wonderful little shimmy there.
Yeah. That's great work by
Charlie Whittaker, and then he drives into the box, just takes a little second there, just a little bit of composure, just to roll it into the path of Jensen Metcalfe. Good strike from Jensen, hits the post, but he's lively. Straight away, Charlie, to pick up the rebound, first touch, and then crash it into the empty net. But here we go from the other angle, rolls it across, Metcalfe, decent strike, but hits the post, but Charlie's there, good first touch to gain control, and then puts it into the empty net, and that puts us 2-1 up.
Yeah, and Everton responded very well, didn't let their heads drop at all, and got themselves level before going in front, as we say, through Whittaker. So satisfactory indeed as far as the Blues are concerned at the end of the first half. Everton leading by 2-1. So we will take a little break, but during the half-time interval we will regale you with a look forward, of course, to the women's Merseyside derby that comes up at Goodison very shortly indeed. Premier League takes a break for international football, but not the WSL, when Everton meet Liverpool. We'll also take you through a stadium update and what's happening at Bramley Moor Dock. So do rejoin us for the second 45 minutes here at Southport, with Everton leading by 2-1.
And I say, hi, I'm Everton. If we both start speaking at the same time, then that would be a problem. Okay. Like you saying hi, Meg.
Hi, I'm Meg Finnegan.
Hi, I'm Heather Payne.
And we're watching back some Merseyside derby highlights. Okay, Payne, what's going through your mind right now? First Merseyside derby. You nervous?
Of course I'm nervous. I mean, I feel like... Yeah, exactly. I think
you?
I was really stressed before this game.
You were, and you're making me nervous.
I'm nervous watching it now.
Oh, here we go.
Turn
out!
Why are we showing this? Why did we show that? My first clip.
Oh, what a save!
That just proved how nervous I was. That was a great save from Courtney. She really saved me there.
Questionable whoever would give that away. Oh, it was you. Sorry. Wow!
That was a great save.
Brosnan.
There's Meg right on it straight after.
Yeah, I had it covered, don't worry. Go on, get her! Get her! Yes!
Why are you talking as if I'm a dog or something? Is this the goal?
Corner for Everton, via with the delivery.
Megan Finnegan, what a finish! She just loves scoring in.
Got the tongue. Oh, that's awful.
She loves scoring in derbies. No. How did you feel when you saw the ball coming? It was coming straight to your head, back post. What was going through your mind?
I was thinking, wow, I am wide open here, and I had a feeling I was going to score. But I didn't think I'd do it twice on the bounce. Via to Meg, 2 years on the bounce.
No, it was a great goal.
Seen it
great
before.
Finish. Great ball, really. I think the ball really shows how good of a goal it was. I mean, you were there. You were
I
open
just
in the
stood
box.
there, did
yeah.
I, and just let it hit
Yeah.
me. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
what I do. Here we go. I could have been on for number 2, but Justine gets the...
Oh, that was a good chance. Good header back in by Nico.
Oh, here we go. Lawley's on now. Can she? Oh. No! Denied!
Yes, yeah.
What do you mean, yes, yeah.
I mean, she
Give
picking up the
yourself
second
some
ball.
credit. Here we go again. Second time. Can she? Can she? No! No. Oh, she's loving it.
Up, back and through.
Oh, we work
Oh,
on
what
that
a
all
ball.
the time.
How's that
Yellow
not a
card!
foul? It was a
Yellow card. Sorry, Tay. Oh, she's got the wrong side of you there.
How?
Fear
It's
not!
in between.
She's back. Oh!
Good ball, Courtney. Yes, Carol.
Route 1 football, this. Boom.
Up, back and through again. Oh, I really thought Kat was going to score here.
Close one.
Decent save. Give her that.
We're knocking on the door, aren't we? God.
Another good ball from Court. Up, back and through again. No,
Yeah.
just through. Just through.
Oh, this
Oh,
could be 2-0.
this should have been a
Katia
goal.
Snows. Chop!
Oh,
No.
off the crossbar.
Oh, so
I didn't even realise we created a lot of chances.
yeah, complete total domination,
I know.
I would
that's good.
say.
Oh, watch this now. Once in a lifetime clip coming up.
Oh my
See,
gosh,
look,
there you are.
A ball in behind, and what happens?
And
we
what
create
happens?
a chance.
Oh, terrible ball
There's-
behind her.
Yes, full time.
Yes!
Get in.
Another win at Anfield for the Blues. Our record there is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Ah,
my God,
there
what?
we are. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, Benny. No, that was a great day.
These scenes are so cute.
And then,
Magical day. Celebrating with the fans at the end.
I know, we had actually great fans
in
there
the
that
cop.
day.
You've never seen anything like it in your life. Everton fans in the cop.
And then little Luella started crying, and we were taking the photo in front of the fans. Hopefully, we'll do the same thing again this month. Oh, everyone looks so happy. Nice.
That was nice. That was really enjoyable to watch.
It's good to relive some of those good, fun memories.
So get your coat on and keep moving, 'cause we don't know the meaning of losing at Anfield.
So come on, come on.
Get down,
Get down to
Goodison Park on the 24th of March. Woo!
Well, certainly the stadium down at Bramley-Moore Dock looking in great shape. Everton are in decent shape here. Back on the field, leading by 2-1. And it's Leicester who have made a number of changes. We'll try and catch up on those as the second half gets underway. But certainly 3 outfield changes at half-time. Jaden Joseph is on, Chris Popoff is on. And we'll confirm the other one as soon as I can check the Leicester substitute numbers. And the numbers on the far side just didn't quite catch them as the board was being held up. But no worries, Everton are as you were as we get underway for the second 45 minutes. And Leicester kick off and send the ball forward down the right to Silko Thomas, who's definitely still on the pitch and definitely gets himself a free kick there. Fouled just outside the 18-yard box right-hand side.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what Leicester's response is, Al, because as you mentioned, 3 changes. So Ben Petty is not messed about. He sent them out 5 minutes earlier than we came out as well. So clearly there's been a few strong words in there. 3 changes and he means business. So we need to just weather the storm.
Yeah, Everton as you were. And the ball for this free kick is going to be taken by Silko Thomas, who was fouled himself, and into the penalty. It's flicked away and chased by Chris Popoff, who is one of the substitutes, who's been introduced for this second half. Here's Ewing. His touch allows Everton to pick up possession via Kyle John on the far side. He wriggled his way to manage to find the ball forward to Kouyaté. He did well, but then promptly given away a little tug off the shirt. Yeah, it has to be, doesn't it, for Tyler Onyango. A deliberate pull back.
Yeah, it wasn't the best the ball was played into him from Josh Warrington there, but once it was done, Tyler blatantly pulled the shirt of the Leicester player, so it was the referee no choice whatsoever to brandish the yellow card.
So it looks like Leicester intent on some response in this second half and intent on trying to get back into the game as early as they possibly can, and Everton have got to be resistant to that. As the ball is sent forward to Thomas, who's just escaped for a second behind Mackenzie Hunt, but it wasn't a great ball in from Thomas, and Everton are able to clear up towards Armstrong. He can't progress too far, and Onyango bangs it forward, no nonsense style.
Do you notice my deliberate mistake again there, Al? Did you pick up on it? Just testing you.
Deliberate mistake.
Josh Warrington.
the little boxer. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't boxing clever with that pass into Tyler, was he? Old Lewis.
No, I missed that one. Yeah, should have picked up on that. I've interviewed Josh Warrington on a couple of occasions for Sky Sports, and actually been to his house, and he was wonderful company. So, yeah, we'll stick with Lewis Warrington, eh?
Yeah.
I think he might be better in central midfield.
He might not have a go at me like Josh would.
You've already taken 1-4 tonight. Don't want a knockout.
I think it's affected me, Al.
We had an eventful half time, that's all we need to say. No coffee in the end. Right, ball forward for Everton as Cal John continues his run, having laid the ball off to Kouyaté. Kouyaté might go alone here across the face of the penalty area into Tyler Onyango, trying to keep it alive for Everton, and Warrington in the end back with Mackenzie Hunt. But Everton still pressing here. Metcalf. Cal John going for a return but not getting on that one. Throw in Leicester. Just a word on what we saw at half-time as well, with the progress on Bramley-Moore Dock.
Yeah,
looking really good.
Yeah, looks fantastic, doesn't it? I think all the Evertonians, when we sent the survey out and asked them what they wanted, the one thing that strongly came back was we want the proximity of the pitch to be close to the stands, and I don't think we've let them down with that. It's going to be an absolute bear pit. Yeah,
let's hope so. Looking good. Still work to do, of course, and still work to do for Everton in this game, leading by 2-1, 4 minutes of the second half having elapsed. That ball forward will not find Armstrong for Everton. Hunt trying to get there but can't. Warrington. And Jones for John. Now Metcalf. Jones again. And Whittaker. Everton patient here. Chiarte holding it up. Everton making Leicester work. And they've worked to win the ball back in the end. Grist got in there and managed to get the ball into Reiki. Now Everton must do their bit and try and win possession back.
Yeah, we've done quite well this opening 5 minutes of the half. You know, as I touched on, Ben Petty would have expected a real strong response from his players, but we seem just the fact that we've kept the ball for such a decent amount of time in this first 5 or 6 minutes has just taken the sting out of it for them.
Yeah, which is what Everton would have wanted.
Absolutely.
Just try and deflate Leicester a little after they tried to start aggressively in the second period. And that ball turned back. Cover for the goalkeeper. Cartwright trying to switch play. Successful as well.
Good challenge.
Yeah, good challenge indeed by Cal John on Amari Richards.
He's injured himself in the process, but slightly late challenge as well from Metcalf. There has left one of the Leicester players down as well.
He gets the ball, doesn't he?
He gets a whack in the face there. Cal John, and then the one after us, Metcalf catches. Not sure who it was who's gone down there, but there's a player each down at the moment.
Well, Metcalf's been booked for his involvement.
Well, it was slightly late, wasn't it? I think we were all eyes were on Carl John and what had happened to him. We slightly missed the challenge. The referee's deemed it a little bit too late for his liking.
So Metcalf shown the yellow card and Tyler Onyango earlier.
This is the first one. Carl John with a really strong tackle, but just gets caught. And then Metcalf. Again, I mean, I don't think there was too much in there. I think that's a bit of a soft yellow card, personally. I think he just left his leg there more than anything. Yeah,
there's no massive intent there, is there?
Yeah, I think Carl just gets caught in the face there.
Does, yeah.
Jensen, he put his foot out. I mean, it's the momentum of the defender that goes into Jensen more than anything. But
not really worthy of a yellow card.
I don't think so, but never call me biased.
Well, the skipper is leaving the field at the moment, Wormleighton. I'm sure he's going to want to continue, but having received a little bit of treatment, he's off the field for 30 seconds or so. And play resumes with this free kick, and that's a waste as far as Leicester are concerned.
Yeah, it's poor. Plenty of green to aim at.
Dreadful free kick, and Everton will build again from the back via goalkeeper Billy Crellin. All the goals so far coming in the first half. We're 8 minutes into the second period. Everton 2-1 up, having fallen behind, but responding well, and responding well to a positive start to the second half from Leicester. The free kick given against Chiarte there. Wasn't too much in that either, just a little nudge.
Again, I don't think it was there was too much in there. I think it was on Wormleighton again, wasn't it?
Goalkeeper Danny Ward is outside of his box to take this one.
Yeah, this opening, what are we coming up, 9 minutes now? Just haven't really got going this second half, has it?
Well, Everton will be hopeful they can record a third successive victory. Say it's been a stop-start sort of season in terms of results. One win and then followed by a series of defeats or draws, and only 3 wins in the 14 Premier League fixtures prior to tonight. So it'd be a welcome one. Would move Everton above Leicester. Chiarte's chasing that, so is Harrison Armstrong on the far side. And Everton will settle for the throw in, but they've certainly gained themselves 60-70 yards.
Absolutely, yeah.
Quickly taken in the end, and Everton in possession on the far side and inside for Lewis Warrington. Hunt and Armstrong. Plenty behind the ball as far as Leicester are concerned, as Everton try to work some sort of opening. There's a screen from Onyango, but he's not getting a free kick.
It's just a bit too tight. We're trying to play in tight areas, whereas in the first half we were going down one side and we were switching the play. It's just all a little bit tight for my liking at the moment.
Reece Welch doing well to ensure he got the better of Popoff. Ball forward towards Thomas in the challenge with Mackenzie Hunt, and a clash of heads means the referee immediately stops play.
Yes, don't want to see that too. The two lads clashing heads.
Yeah.
Neither of them looking very comfortable, obviously, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be an Everton free kick. I think Thomas jumped into Mackenzie Hunt. Let's just hope the pair of them are going to be okay to continue. Don't like to see clashes like that. It's not too bad.
No.
I'm not so sure even Mackenzie got a knock to the head. I think it was more of his collarbone. He's all right. It's certainly a foul to us.
Yeah, it didn't look like he made contact with his head. Okay.
He's rubbing his head though. Come on, Mackenzie, we're on to you.
Yeah.
Hey? There's
Right
even
front,
cameras at
right in
Southport,
front of the
mate.
cameras. Yeah. And it looks like Silko Thomas will be okay as well, as Everton players take a bit of liquid refreshment on board while they have a break in play.
Yeah, just taking his time a little bit. Silko Thomas, make sure he's absolutely right to continue. Can't be too careful with a head injury, can you? Mackenzie, he's still rubbing his head.
Must have felt something.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm just checking his gel's still in his hair, I think. A bit rich coming from me, right?
And me. Yeah. Doesn't affect us, these windy conditions. Right. Thomas okay, he'll go off as well. And we can resume, as you say, with Everton in possession. I presume that was a free kick awarded.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, Thomas is coming off. So, Cian Pennant is coming on for Thomas. That's the end of his involvement tonight.
Well, whether it's been relayed back to the bench that he's feeling a bit groggy,
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
But well, he's had an okay night, Silko Thomas. A good, obviously good penalty that put Leicester 1 up earlier on in the first half. But
yeah, 19-year-old Pennant is on as his replacement. And on we go as Welch takes this free kick up towards Chiarte, in fact over Chiarte.
see, this is another one of those crazy rules where we've been given the free kick and our players can't come on for 30 seconds. I mean, you couldn't make it up, could you?
No, apart from the lawmakers of football, who seem to make all sorts of crazy legislation take to the field.
The ref's forgotten as well. He's forgotten.
I had to get a reminder. Ref, we're down to 10.
Even though it was our free kick and we're being punished.
It is a strange rule that was introduced, but kept in play by Kyle John. Chiarte again holding that ball up, looking to bring others into play. Unsuccessful on that occasion, but he was crowded out really by a number of Leicester defenders, and Leicester have got themselves a free kick inside Everton territory now.
Yeah, bit of a stop-start game. Nowhere near as free-flowing as the first half was, Al. Bit disappointing.
another half an hour of it at least for it to explode back into life. We had a very decent spell in the first half where it was all action in terms of a penalty conceded and Everton's response. Danny Ward for Leicester now, finding Grist, who's going to put it up towards the halfway line where Everton have the opportunity to win it back. Settled for a throw in on the far side. No changes for Everton as yet. I suspect we will see some in the second half.
Yeah, as the game progresses, you'd imagine there might be ones, but I think Tatey recognises how important it is not only to win the game, but just to keep a bit of momentum going.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the, I know I keep going on about it, but the Crystal Palace game, I mean, that's the one shining light for the rest of the season, isn't it? That Crystal Palace Premier League International Cup semi-final.
Yeah.
And it's got to be better to get into that game in good form and confidence high. So I think you want to stick with these boys for as long as you can.
Players who understand each other's game.
Yeah.
Here's Reiki in midfield. Back for Wormleighton to keep Leicester in possession. Kyle John getting back to ensure he was there before Richards. He was trying to prevent the corner. There's a right tussle over there, and Kyle John's done really well to come away with possession.
Somehow squeezed out of that corner.
Brilliant play from Kyle John, and Everton have a throw in on the far side. He worked hard there.
He's giving it to Leicester.
Oh, it's a Leicester ball, which is quickly taken and put out of play by Ed Jones. Into the penalty area for Welch to clear before substitute Popoff could get a shot at goal. And here's Onyango for Everton. Stopped ahead of Kouyaté with nobody beyond him.
Yeah, not much Kouyaté could do with that. It was fizzed into him from Tyler Onyango, head height. I mean, there's really not much he could have done with that at all. You seem to get this, don't you, when there's a number of changes made?
Yeah.
It seems to just, wreck the rhythm of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be the case. Disrupted somewhat in the second half, which is 17 minutes old. The switch of play this time brings in Mackenzie Hunt from his left back position, but couldn't find a blue jersey. There's Hunt once more. This one is going back to the goalkeeper, Billy Krellin. All he can do is put it into touch, really.
Yeah. Scrappy from both sides this second half. It's not the greatest spectacle you've ever seen.
Paul Tate showing his ability with his little back heel. Still got it right into the path of Whittaker. Kouyaté. Grist was holding him off. Back with Danny Ward. Wormleighton's ball forward is picked up by Kyle John. Now Warrington. That's a decent ball forward for Harrison Armstrong. Metcalf, Kouyaté.
Nice touch.
Good layoff for Onyango.
Oh, he'll be disappointed with that. Tyler needed a better first touch, didn't really set him up, he was off balance. But a good pick out from Jensen Metcalf initially to find Kouyaté in the left hand side, who pulled off his defender. Just going to get an opportunity to look at it there. Metcalf dinks it to the far post. Kouyaté just drops it down, and I mean, he gets shut. I mean, Cartwright does shut him down pretty decently, but I think Tyler just be a little bit disappointed with his finish.
Yeah, just didn't quite get the touch he wanted initially. Here's Kouyaté trying to send Whittaker in behind, but cut out again by Leicester.
Yeah, one of them sore ones there. Is it Lewis Warrington down?
No, it's Kyle John.
That's Kyle John, isn't it? Yeah, Kyle John. I think just got raked down the back of his Achilles there. They're sore.
Yeah, he's going to.
Fair play. He's got himself up though. Run it off.
Yeah. Back on his feet gingerly. Warrington takes the free kick. Just played short for Metcalf. I don't think Kyle John wants it at the moment.
No, leave him out.
It's coming his way though.
I was going to say.
Metcalf decides to take the safer route back to the goalkeeper via Ed Jones. Here's Warrington. Jones. Now Metcalf. Oh, he didn't realise just a lack of awareness there with the substitutes motoring towards the penalty area and firing an absolutely brilliant goal. Jayden Joseph, who stole possession from Jensen Metcalf and proceeded to advance towards the penalty area and beyond and thumped one in past Billy Crellin. It's 2-2.
Well, credit the young man. He deserves that because he rode about 2 or 3 diving in challenges there that for all the world you thought he was going to get caught with and probably buy himself a free kick. But he showed great balance and pace and, you know, non-little control as well. The initial mistake there from Jensen Metcalf, but he picks the ball up and he just drives forward. There's your first dive in. Yeah. There's your second one. And in fairness, he's got the finish to match as well. Whether there was a slight deflection off Reese, I'm not so sure. But take nothing away. That's an absolutely fantastic strike from the young man.
Powerful run.
It's hard to tell from that angle, but you know, there's no doubt it goes down on his as his goal. Brilliant from Joseph.
And Crellin just beaten at his near post. So we'll try and get the view from behind the goal, which might give us the answer.
That'll be definitive, won't it, as to whether Billy Crellin got wrong-footed by a deflection. We'll await to see if we can see that angle, but certainly that livens this second half up now because it's game on.
Well, Leicester have got what they wanted. They've forced themselves back into the game, and it's one of their substitutes that has done the job. Jayden Joseph with a wonderful strike. Welch for Warrington. Now it's Everton who must respond again. Mackenzie Hunt goes for the return, gets there and puts a first time delivery into the box, which is put into touch by Grist, and it will be Everton's throw.
Yeah, he done well there, Mackenzie, because the ball was played into him, but it was going to run out of play, and he just about managed to whip the crossing. This is the
surging run
exactly from.
Yes.
I still can't quite see, can you, whether there was a little flick. My guess is there might have been a slight touch. But
I think so, yeah. I think there might have been a slightest of touches, which leaves Billy Crellin a little flat-footed. 2-2 it is. What can Everton do from here? They responded so well to falling behind in the first half. We're level at Southport.
Yeah, in an ideal world, we didn't want it in the back of our net, but the second half certainly needed something to inject a bit of life into it, and that goal certainly has. And now, both teams now look like they're playing with a little bit more spring and purpose in their play.
Yeah, we said it had been a bit disjointed up until that moment.
Yeah, the game needed something.
Yeah, well, we've got it. It's 2-2, and Everton will feel the onus is on them now.
Yeah, of course.
And it's another Leicester change. Ewing is the man withdrawn.
I've been trying to think of a joke all night for Ewing. I've failed miserably.
Arlo Doherty is the man that's coming on as we get another look at the strike from Jayden Joseph. And there's the touch.
Yeah, there is definitely. Yeah. But as I say, take nothing away from him. He deserves it. The shot was on target, so it'll be credited to him anyway.
Yeah,
and quite rightly so, because he deserves it because of the skill and power and desire that he showed to get the shot off in the first place.
Yeah. Turned on by Armstrong. Back with Hunt. Now Jones. And wide for Kyle John. Whittaker. John's gone for the return. Just a little too much pace on it. Cross comes Worm-Leighton to take it out of play on the far side via an Everton touch.
Yeah, Worm-Leighton did well there. Just read that situation as the ball got played in by Kyle John. He got himself across into a good defensive position.
So just on 20 minutes of the 90 to play, with the game finally poised at 2 apiece. Can Everton go on and find a winner?
Yep, let's hope we can.
Hunt. Nyango. No chances taken all the way back to goalkeeper Krellin. First time touch from him. Here's Warrington. And Jones forced back to his goalkeeper. Leicester working very hard.
Oh, that was a little bit fortunate as well. I'm not so sure Billy thought that was going to be the case there. Joseph nearly got a foot in there, but...
Here's Armstrong. Breaks for Metcalf to pick up. Now Kyle John. Metcalf is outside of him, but John's come infield. Couldn't keep it initially, but Everton have possession back with Ed Jones, only for a very short period.
This could be dangerous.
Here's Pennant. Pennant's ball in behind. Covers ball back for Reiki. Grist. And Captain Worm-Leighton decides to advance into Everton's half and carry the ball forward, and Leicester work it out wide for cover, and his delivery into the box is gobbled up by Krellin.
It's a good kick, a really good kick from Billy Krellin. He sets it.
He's all on his own. No support as yet. He's going to hold this up for quite some time before he's joined by blue jerseys, but he's done that, and Leicester have got plenty behind the ball themselves now. Warrington can't find Whittaker. Here's Reiki. Grist. Long crossfield ball, watched all the way by Kyle John. Warrington just nudged out of possession.
It's got to be a free kick, referee, surely. Yeah.
Kyle John was pulled back, wasn't he?
He done well there, Kyle John, and it's going to be Everton's first substitution of the night out.
Yeah, yellow card as well. Yes, Harrison Armstrong that's coming off. So Owen Barker is coming on.
Well, I like Owen Barker. He's a tidy player. He's got a lovely left foot. Can he produce us a little bit of magic?
Only his second appearance of the Premier League 2 season. But he's on for the final 20 minutes or so, as the delivery is sent into the Leicester penalty area. He managed to clear. Mackenzie Hunt. Kouyaté for Everton. Can't get the better of cover. Reiki.
Looks like there's been a slight change of tactics from Paul Tate as well. He's put Kouyaté out here on the left-hand side now, and Charlie Whittaker's gone through the middle. So just trying to mix it up a little bit and see if we can get some joy with Kouyaté down this left-hand side.
As you say, you've seen him play there more often than not.
Yeah, more often than not. This is a more natural position, I would say, for him. I mean, in time, I dare say he could well do a good job at centre forward, but obviously Tatey's just thinking, right, last 17, 18 minutes of the game, let's give him a go back out there and see what he can do for us. It's a foul throw, by the way.
Was he on the pitch? Was he?
Well, he wasn't on the pitch, but his foot was up in the air.
He's lifted his foot up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at that. Referee's let a few slip tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah.
and made a few slip-ups.
Although I would say, well, so that happens to the best of us. I know what you're getting at. Hey, you're supposed to keep your secret. My secret's like tight.
Nobody knows, just between us. Goal kick, Leicester. Well, Ben Petty made those changes at half time as well. They've had an impact really for them, Leicester.
Yeah, they have. I mean, he's, as I say, up until that fantastic goal from Joseph, you know, it was a scrappy second half, wasn't it? But that since that goal, it's livened up a little bit, as you would expect. Just pictures of Tatey and Keith Southern there on the sidelines, just hoping that this man perhaps can produce us a little bit of magic.
Yeah. Doing his utmost to make progress down the left, but halted by Grist, and it's a throw in Everton. Hunt. That was a dangerous ball back to Welsh, but he was on his toes. Here's Warrington. Played out wide for right hand side for Metcalf at the moment, to taking over from Barker. Metcalf, Warrington. Mackenzie Hunt had drifted in field from his left back berth, and that will be an Everton free kick. Cartwright a little too aggressive on Warrington, and
bags at dawn.
Yeah, two hands to push him away.
I think it's one of those situations there where the referee doesn't have to say anything.
No.
The pair of them have just got on with it. There's no need to say anything. Just get the ball down and let's keep the game going.
Indeed. Free kick, Everton. Inside the final quarter of an hour. Plenty pushed forward to the edge of the Leicester box. Yango and Welch provide the height for Everton here, but the delivery is to the far post. I don't think Chiarte would have got there.
It wasn't the worst ball in the world in the end. I mean, I think we've got to take a bit more of a gamble there. I mean, it's Grist who clears again.
Yeah. Well, he had to, really.
He had to. He didn't have any choice. I mean, he couldn't take the chance. He didn't know what was going to be coming in behind him. He had no choice but to put it out for the corner.
So Everton with an opportunity here from the corner kick.
I mean,
which is certainly not in the quadrant.
I mean, that is pushing the limits, isn't it?
Well, the corner sent deep, and the referee, I think, had given a free kick anyway for a push. But,
see, it's only a little thing, isn't it, really? But I mean, surely, the linesman's right in line, looking down the line at the corner.
So why doesn't he say anything?
Say something. You just can't do that. I mean, here comes Metcalf's free kick. I mean, it's a wonderful delivery. You've got to be taking a gamble.
Yeah.
He's got every right, Jensen Metcalf, to be turning around to his players and saying, "Where are you?" It's the only place I was ever going to put it.
Yeah, it was a good ball in. Ward's clearance, Cartwright with the flick on. Breaks Everton's way, and Warrington. Hunt. Held up by Pennant. Back with Ward. Closed down by Whittaker. Hastily cleared in the end by the Leicester goalkeeper, who subsequently gets a goal kick.
Carl John with the header there, but unfortunately couldn't find a blue shirt and harmlessly runs out of play. Last 12 minutes of normal time.
Well, no other movement on the bench at the moment for Everton, so Owen Barker has been introduced in this second half, with the game at 2-2. But Everton have still got a job to do to ensure they keep Leicester out at the other end while they push for what would hopefully be a winner. A job to do defensively, and they now have to defend the Leicester corner.
Yeah, dangerous moments. Yeah, he's a tough nut to crack, to be fair, Carl John. Trying to get past Carl John is tough because he's got some pace about him. He's just gone down actually, but he's just got himself back up. But whether he's got a little bit of cramp, I don't know.
Well, he had that knock earlier as well, didn't he? So he was quickly back on his feet from that. They'll want to make it through the 90 minutes, but we've got a corner for Everton to defend here. Every man back inside the box at the moment. Corner goes near post, and Yango heads away. Straight back to the corner taker, and it's deep this time to the far post. And then wrapped by cover towards penalty.
Seriously, our referee.
Oh, the referee.
I thought he couldn't top it. That's just madness.
Well, he's given the penalty for handball. Listen, the player was on top of it.
He's absolutely smashed the ball from half a yard.
Yeah, how are you supposed to get out of the way of that?
I mean, I think his arm was slightly raised, I must say. But here we go.
This is crazy. The referee gives a spot kick for that.
He's not
off the elbow of Lewis Warrington.
I mean, Lewis Warrington's got his back turned, his arm's just up.
Yeah,
I think that's
protection, isn't it?
It's the proximity of where the player is.
Yeah.
Rather than, I mean, okay, you can turn around and say, you know, Lewis Warrington's arms are up and raised, but he's half a yard away.
Yeah.
There's no chance he's ever going to get his arm out the way.
Well, Harry Cartwright is going to take the spot kick, because the man who put the first one away, Silko Thomas, is off the pitch. That was very well dispatched, and so is that one. Cartwright sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Krellin dives to his left, and the ball is slotted low to his right, and Leicester have come from behind to lead by 3-2.
Well, credit where it's due. I don't think it was a penalty, but take nothing away again from what was a decent finish. Here we go. Here's another angle. Mackenzie Hunt heads it out. Lewis Warrington. I mean, I've got to say, I think it's harsh.
He's charging the ball down, isn't he?
The only thing going in Leicester's favour and the referee's favour is the fact that Lewis's hands above, are up.
Well, that was what the referee indicated.
Well, that's what he's saying. But I mean, all I would say is you've also got to temper that with the fact that how close he was.
Yeah.
You know, there was no way he was ever going to get out the way. But
strange rules we've talked about once or twice this evening, and the handball law at the moment is one that's causing plenty of debate across the football world. And that one, I think many years ago, would not have been given, but the referee seemed to indicate that his hands were above his head, and they say if it's outside of the line of your body nowadays, then they have to give a penalty. But
I know, again, you quite rightly sum it up. No one really knows. You know, that gets given one day, it doesn't get given another.
Yeah, it's very subjective, isn't it? And
have you got the delights of an interview with Tatey afterwards?
No,
if you have,
no,
good luck.
I haven't, thankfully. He won't be pleased with those decisions that have gone against Everton.
Quite rightly so.
Yeah. So now 3-2 down. Mackenzie Hunt. Kouyaté looking for a return ball and getting there as well.
Right, get bodies in the box.
Delivering it to the penalty. It's a good ball in as well. Barker goes down, and that should be a penalty, and it is.
Well, he's made a rod for his own back, the ref. As soon as if there was, I mean, it's daft from the Leicester players, because they must know, based on what's happened for Leicester's 2 penalties, any remote shove on an Everton player, the referee's going to buckle and he's going to give it, because he's probably feeling a little bit guilty. The reality of it is that probably was a penalty. I'll give him his due. It probably is a penalty.
Yeah, it's on Whittaker actually.
I mean, it's a silly challenge. I mean, it's the captain of the side who's in Wormleighton, who should know a whole lot better than charge into the back of Charlie Whittaker, who's incidentally going to step up and take it. Yeah, well, he's taken the responsibility. So 2 penalties in the space of 3 minutes here in this game. Come on, Charlie. And Everton now have the opportunity to put themselves back on level terms. So Whittaker against Danny Ward. Whittaker steps up and plants it home. Ward goes the wrong way. Well done. It's a confidently struck penalty. Yep, another one for Charlie, second of the night. A little bit of pressure on it as well, knowing that we're going into the last 6 minutes of the game. But here's the challenge from Wormleighton. I mean, that's it's crazy, ridiculous. Isn't it? It's a stupid challenge, and quite rightly is given as a penalty. I think, should we say that's the same? it's the clearer penalty of the night.
I think you're absolutely spot on, certainly. And I think we'd have said that even if it was down the other end, to show that we're not that biased.
No, I mean you have to be honest about it, don't you? I mean that was absolutely clear as a bell, that penalty.
So 3-3 into the final 5 minutes almost of normal time. Leicester have a free kick, and it's their turn to test Everton on the edge of their own box. So Everton must be stubborn and resistant here into the final 5 minutes. Over the head of Pennant, Grist for cover, who drives it into the penalty area. It's a wonder they're not appealing for handball and a penalty there.
There was a couple of arms that were raised, weren't there? But
off on Yango and behind for a corner. It was certainly off his body on that occasion. You can't be too careful.
You say, Al, what started off as the first 16-17 minutes of the second half in not the greatest game.
Yeah,
it's burst into life, hasn't it?
Well, he's had a bit of a mare, the man in the middle. Corner played short, and now in by Reiki, away by Everton as far as Cartwright. Got a hold of it well.
Decent strike.
It's a difficult one to get over that by his left boot, and Everton have a player down injured inside the penalty area, but immediately back on his feet. Tyler Onyango is okay. No need for any physios on that occasion, and Everton have the goal kick after that volley from Cartwright was driven wide.
As you say, Al, decent strike from Cartwright. It would have been an unbelievable finish. Thankfully for us, it sailed wide.
Here's Barker for Everton. Now Mackenzie Hunt. Kuyate on this touchline left-hand side. For Warrington. Metcalf. He's got the return from Whittaker. Or from Barker, I should say. Whittaker into the penalty area, and wasn't bad play that from Everton.
It was very, very good play. Metcalf again, you know, instigating it on the edge of the box, little 1-2, and then just trying to slide the ball through to Whittaker. Unfortunately, he just had a little bit too much pace on it.
Ward's clearance. Awkward bounce, but Jones dealt with it. Barker turns full circle and plays a decent ball in behind towards Kyle John, who's trying to get the better of Mari Richards. Brilliantly cut back and expertly finished by Jensen Metcalf to give Everton a 4-3 advantage with less than 3 minutes of the 90 to play, and that was a beautifully worked goal by Everton.
Yeah, fantastic football from the Toffees there. Owen Barker initially picked it up, played really well, played a wonderful ball through to Kyle John, who for the umpteenth time in this game made another overlap out on that right hand side, and his cutback finds my man of the match personally, Jensen Metcalf, who fittingly has hopefully scored the winner for Everton. 4-3, and well done Jensen Metcalf. He's rounded off what's been a pretty good display in my opinion from him.
He took that goal well. Fine finish.
Well, Carl John does well again.
I think he's played well as well this evening.
He's done really well, and there's many a player that will thrash at that, but Jensen had the composure just to keep watch it onto his boot and guide it past Danny Ward into his far right corner, and that should hopefully be the winning goal for the Toffees.
Well, smiles at last on the Everton bench. Paul Tate and Keith Southern. Well, he'll be saying it's only what we deserve after two very contentious penalties were awarded against Everton.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with him. I think for the most part we've been the better side. I think it would have been really, really unfortunate and a tough one to take, given the two penalty decisions as well. Maybe 50-50 the second one, but certainly the first one is up there with one of the worst I've seen. But we've still got to see this game out.
Yeah, still work to do in the final few minutes here at Southport, with Everton 4-3 up as we head into the final minute of the 90. There will be a little bit of stoppage time, of course. We've had a few stoppages in play for head injuries, so I expect about 5 minutes at the end of the 90. And Everton will be determined to see that out. Tennant. Sent forward by Joseph. Welch is there.
Again, all eyes on that fourth official, Alan.
Yeah, on the far side.
On that far side. He's 20 seconds away from announcing how long we've got left in this game.
James Nesbitt is the fourth official.
He's a funny fella, isn't he?
Well, you won't be laughing in a minute.
I was going to say, I won't be laughing if we put 6 or 7 minutes up. The lino's asleep
yeah,
again.
it is 7. 7, it says.
Yes, mate.
Yeah. So, time yet in this game. Great turn by Metcalf. Out on the right, Carl John. Trying to receive a return ball from Barker. And he's fouled in the process. Free kick. He's worked hard today, Carl John. He's been up and down that right-hand side.
He's put a shift in, and he's been up against Marnie Richards, who's certainly first half was very, very impressive. Second half, he's
played a bit deeper, hasn't he?
He's played a bit deeper, and he's not really got himself into the game as much as he did in that first half.
So free kick, Everton. A rather furious-looking Ben Petty on the touchline, the Leicester Under-21 head coach. Doesn't look too impressed.
He's got to be careful, Tyler.
Well, he's won the ball back well in the end. Kayate
drive into the corner.
Done well there. On his own at the moment. And across come the Leicester players to... He's given a free kick, has he?
No, he's given a throw on. Yeah, he's given a throw on. I mean, he was totally and utterly outnumbered there, Kayate. Yeah. He couldn't do too much with it.
And turn back to Billy Krellin in the Everton goal. Beaten twice from the spot.
Looking at Reece Welsh, if I was Reece Welsh, I'd be turning around to saying, listen, turn. That's the only ball I'm going to play. We're not playing short balls, we're going to put it in the corners.
He'll feel harshly treated tonight, won't he? Billy Krellin conceding 3, 2 penalties and a deflected effort. He could do nothing about any of them, really.
Nothing he could do.
Off went down.
I can't believe the referee hasn't seen that.
Tug of the shirt there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He was lucky to get away with that, Reece Welsh.
Kuyate's off here and stretches those legs into the 18-yard box, and he might have got a penalty in the first half for that.
It's worth a go, isn't it?
You never know what this referee's going to give. There's time yet for a twist, maybe in this game, who knows?
What are we now? 4 minutes to go.
4 more minutes of stoppage time to play, with Everton leading 4-3. Krellin's clearance. Turn back to Danny Ward, and Grist will pick up again. Brings in Braybrook, another of the Leicester substitutes. Here's another Pennant. Tried that crossfield ball, which was easily read and cut out by Carl John, who goes alone. My word, he goes alone and shows a good turn of pace as well to advance towards the dead ball line. But
he's done enough there. He's bought us another 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's good energy levels as well from Carl John. Cover for Leicester, now Reiki. wrist.
Concentration.
Yeah.
Making sure we concentrate all the time.
Covers ball inside. Jaden Joseph out to that left-hand side now from the opposite flank. Leicester trying to advance to the Everton penalty area, but progress halted, and Everton looking to make this change now with a couple more minutes to play. So Jensen Metcalf goes off, having done his bit today, to say the least. Good performance.
Yeah, I think he's been the pick of the midfield players, and in fact he's been the pick of our team. I think he's had a pretty strong game there, Jensen Metcalf, and quite fitting, as I mentioned, that he scored the winning goal, or what I hope.
Yeah, let's hope so. And Pater is on for him in the final minutes. And puts a challenge in early on. The ball breaks outside the penalty area, and that's well held by Billy Crellin. That was a bobbling ball towards him. I agree
with you, Alan. It's a real. As that ball went through, I thought to myself, "Oh no, that's a tricky one."
Yeah,
it was bobbling on. Horrible bounce in front of him, but good hands from Billy.
Yeah. Despite that well-watered pitch, took a bobble or two.
It's dried up now, Al. This fresh breeze, it dried up inside 5 minutes from going on, I think.
So final minute we are heading into here in stoppage time. Everton will just want to see it out and get over the line. Here's cover for Leicester. Well, they tried the central route through Everton, but failed. Giving the ball away too easily there, Everton.
There's one thing you do with that, you just put it in the corner, lads.
As the high ball goes into the Everton penalty area and beyond, and Kyle John has to do his job again and clear into touch for a Leicester throw. It might be the final act of this game, with the ball into the penalty area. They've thrown it short. The delivery will come, but it's a great block. And another as well.
Charlie, but don't chase that one though, Charlie. No point.
No need. Reiki's ball forward.
This is last chance saloon for Leicester now.
Kyle John getting the better of Richards.
Technically should be game over, referee.
High ball into the penalty area. Krellin's coming to claim, and Krellin claims and holds on to it well.
Well, that certainly should
that
be
should be that as far as Everton are concerned.
23 seconds on the clock. Take your time, Billy. Hoof it down the park and wait for that referee to blow his whistle. Here we go.
It is full time, and Everton's job is complete. My word, a topsy-turvy game in the end, and Everton have come out on top in a 7-goal thriller, shall we call it, in certain sections of it.
Yeah, no, I've enjoyed it in the end. I mean, the first 15-16 minutes of the second half was poor, but after that, moment of brilliance, in fairness to the young man, Jaden Joseph, to put Leicester level at 2-2. The game all of a sudden sprung to life. Leicester got themselves 3-2 up.
Via another dodgy decision.
Well, I mean, look, you look at that one and you can half forgive the referee. You can't forgive him for the first one. You can half forgive him for the second one, even though I don't personally think it was one. But that gives them the opportunity to go 3-2 up. We get ourselves back to 3-3, and then Jensen Metcalf, my man of the match, slots it in the bottom corner, and we've won the game 4-3. Tatey will be absolutely delighted with the spirit in the camp.
Yeah. Everton victorious in the end in, as I say, a topsy-turvy game with a few contentious decisions, to say the least, that will be debated for maybe quite some time after this one. Everton victorious over Leicester City by 4-3. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage from Graham Stewart and myself, Alan Irwin. It's thank you and good night from Southport.